Good morning. Welcome once again to Ray's Corner. I'll talk to you this morning. Get ready to head out to church. I know a lot of people have issues, with Christianity and stuff like that and religion. But I'm here to tell you there's nothing wrong with Christianity. There's nothing wrong with religion. When you take a look at it, if people say, turn this down just a little. People say there's something wrong with the church, and a lot of people ain't going to agree with what I said. I said this before, and I had some people disputing, which is okay. We're becoming the church. We're going to be the church, whatever, however you want to say it. But for me, I'm the temple. So if anything's wrong with the temple, I got to look at me. It's not about, what's behind them four walls and how people act and what pastors do and what pastors don't do and what members do and what they don't do. Reality is, I got to look at myself and I got to change myself and work on myself and be an example to the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about the local church, It's about me. It's about you. It's about what we need to work on ourselves to be more like Christ, to be more of an example, to be a living epistles, to be read by all men, that our life, the way we live, not saying a word, not taking a Bible, not saying a scripture, not praying, not none of those things. But if you watch me long enough, you should see a difference. You should see Christ. You should see something that I'm a peculiar person. That there's something about me that's royalty, that something about me that you might want to say, look, something about him, and get curious. People curious about your lifestyle and come up and ask you, how do you do this and how you do that based on what they're seeing in you, I'm listening to, I'm not going back, because I'm not going back, going through when persecution comes, when people talk about you and scandalize you, do you go back to old behaviors and old patterns? And I shared about this yesterday, which was Saturday. I shared about, let me say, because I never know when you're going to look at this. I shared about this before, that we start acting like how we remember how we were. We're not those things no more. I'm not those things no more. But I remember about how I was. I remember, and sometimes remembering keeps me straight because I choose not to go back to that old way, So we got to move ahead. We got to move forward. We got to, when we start talking about or sharing with, and young people, let me help y'all for a second. And I know y'all have some issues with older people, and don't take this the wrong way. And we want you to have the freedom and creativity that you have. But you also have to take some wisdom and some guidance from people who know. I was sharing with a gentleman yesterday, and I was sharing about, some things that some young people say, have no respect for the older generation and things like that. But the reality is this. We still have wisdom. It might not have been done right. Some things we might have not have done some things right, but because we did things wrong, we have the experience to teach you how to do it right. So, there's and I'm trying to be, and whenever I speak, it's not about bashing. It's always about learning. It's all about growing, taking constructive criticism, and moving forward. So, we mindset of youth is that, they don't respect the older generation. But then, we have a part to play in that too. There's a reason why a lot of young people don't respect older people, When I look at, older guys my age, 50, 60 years old, man, looking and dressing like they 17, 18, 19, 20, well, if you looking like them, guess what? They're going to treat you like them. So you got to take some part in this thing too, we as older people, Ain't trying to be our kids' friends and stuff like that, I love my children. I love them, Ain't always been there. Ain't always been a good dad. But the reality is, I'm still their dad, and I love them to death. But that's how it is, and that's how we have to look at it. That's how you can't look at it no other way. My mom's 70-something years old, but she calls the shots. Real simple. That's just how it is. That's the right thing. That's the right thing. Don't mean she's always right. It means that, she's still my mom. Some people's mom are not there. Some people's dads are not there. We gotta appreciate young people. You need to appreciate your parents. It don't matter if they wasn't there when you was younger, or if they were there when you was younger. If you didn't think they was too hard on you, all that is okay. But the reality is, you still have them. You still have a chance. You can look at them and you can touch them. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that right, everything is good. So we got to move forward with past issues and hurts and pains. We can't stay in the past. We got to move forward. In my business, we making some transitions now. We moving forward. We can't hold on to people who are not there, people who doing what they doing out in the streets. We just got to keep moving forward. We got to keep changing, developing. My business is an organism. Your life should be an organism, forever changing into the newness, into the oneness. So ain't no more going back. We as a culture, we can't keep going back and feeling sorry for ourselves and stuff. No, we need to come together as one, stop being crabs in a barrel, and unify at some points, and just, make this thing work. That's the reality. Support one another. Support our black businesses. Support our communities. We got to take our communities back. We got to stop just giving away stuff. People don't take stuff from us. We just willfully give it away. So I'm just at a place today. I'm at a real peaceful place. I'm at peace with everything that's going on with me. But I'm at a place right now where, I'm not holding back no punches. It is what it is, and that's how we need to be straightforward. And I'm not talking about being hard. I'm talking about having some compassion, but being straightforward. If it quacks, if it has feathers, it's a duck. And let people know it's a duck. And stop being so wimpish and not wanting to have confrontation. Confrontation sometimes is good, We just can't pity patty around stuff and compromise because we don't want to hurt somebody's feeling. Let me tell you something. And don't take this wrong. I could care less about your feelings. I'm more in wanting to propel you into the purpose and plan that God's had for your life. Can't be worried about, and then we got to stop being a little so wimpish, my wife was telling me a gentleman, had an issue over a doorknob. I feel some kind of way because you ain't changed my doorknob. Really? Come on. You're going to get bent out of shape. We trying to move forward and you getting bent out of shape over a doorknob? Think about some of the things we get issues with people about. Think about it's so silly and so small, and we don't talk to somebody because they didn't say good morning. How they wasn't going through something? How that? I know sometimes I'll be walking right past my wife, and I'm in another zone, and it ain't that I don't say good. I'm just in another zone. Don't see what's around me. Sometimes it can be that simple. I mean, come on. We letting too many little petty issues come between us, right? We letting too many petty concerns come between us, And I understand what's petty to me might be great to you. I understand that. I'm not saying what you're feeling is not important, because it is important. But the reality is, if it's going to cause you to cause division, then that ain't from God. I'm sorry. You can say what you want. Not talking to somebody because. Because they didn't make your eggs right. Come on now. And we're supposed to be examples. Think about it. Why people don't want to come to church. Why people don't want to come to Christianity. I got to look at my life. If my life wouldn't propel somebody to come and want to be like me, then guess what? Then I need to take a look at me and change, Because I want to be like Christ, and if I'm walking like Christ, then that's what they're going to see. They're not going to see Apostle Ray Walker. They're not going to see Ray Walker. They're not going to. They're going to see Christ. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they need to see. And look, conscious community. Look, Marcus Garvey believed in Jesus Christ. So y'all need to cut that foolishness out too. It ain't about religion. It ain't about Christianity. If we're going to work unified and we're going to be conscious about this thing, right, then you know what? Put some stuff on the side. Put the religion and stuff on the side, and let's deal with the real issues. You know what? Because these people don't like you because you're a Christian. These people don't dislike you because you're a conscious person. They dislike you because of who you are. It's real simple. So, stop all this. We got to stop all this foolishness. I was in a store in New Orleans, and I think the giver was from Africa, and one guy was from the Middle East, and the guy was asking me about voting. I said, well, man, if you don't have no economical power, your vote really don't mean nothing. And the African guy was like, no, I know. And the Arab guy was, I agree with what he's saying. I agree, because it's the truth. People buy politicians, and when they buy politicians, then politicians do what they want. If you don't put money in the politicians, hey, he ain't doing nothing for you. If you have no economical power to stand on, you can vote for him until Jesus comes, and he ain't gonna do nothing for you. Watch this. If you have a criminal record and you're a felony and you can't vote, what does he care about you? Because you can't do nothing for him, and we really think he gonna do something for us? I know y'all ain't liking what I'm saying, but it's okay. Well, I'm getting ready to get out of here. This is Ray's Corner. We need to take a look at ourselves, man. Stop looking at everybody else. Stop looking on the outside. Be a thermostat and deal with your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? I need to deal with my own stuff. If I deal with my stuff and you deal with your stuff, and guess what? I won't have to worry about your stuff. I won't have to worry about the speck in your eye, because I'm dealing with the beam in my eye. And I say this all the time. After I deal with the beam in my eye, I'm coming after your speck. Because I dealt with my issue. Now I can help you with your issue if it's the same issue. And we don't want to deal with that. We don't want to help each other. We don't want to show people how to get out the hole. We don't want to, we don't want to help. We don't want to support. We don't want to invest. We don't want to do none of that stuff because it's not to our advantage. That ain't God. Jesus, the Bible said Jesus gave up everything. Book of Acts says they laid everything at the apostles' feet, right? And what? And no one lacked nothing. Because the man of God had a jet and we still catching the bus. No. If I get a jet, then guess what? Once a year, you can use that jet to go where you need to go. Because it belongs to you. It don't belong to me. It said, and none of them had, possessed anything of their own. Come on. Holding on to stuff. But I'm getting ready to get out of here. It's Ray's Corner. Don't forget Luke My Nation today at 3:30. Alicia Live today at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock or 6:30. I think it's 6 o'clock. Support him. Apostle Ray's Corner in the house. Camden, New Jersey. Holla. Peace out.